Y'all got about a smooth 30 minutes to chop it up with the kid real quick. I just got something I want to get off my chest, man. I'm not going to hold y'all too long, but I got to get this off my chest. I'm in vent mode. I'm ready to build, man. I really got something that I want to address here, man. So hopefully y'all got 30 minutes or so, man, to chop it up with the kid. I'm going to try to give y'all about 2-3 minutes, man, to tap on in before I start building. It's spontaneous. Didn't necessarily plan it. But again, I done got inspired, man. So when I get inspired, I like to share that inspiration with the kids, man. So we got to do some serious building. I just want to address white people right quick. Y'all know how I go. We not afraid to talk to them directly. Montel, Miss Naya, peace, what's happening? What's the word? You know, I gotta let some white folks know some things. Gotta point out some things to these white folks out here, man. Gotta point out some things. Shakira, peace, what's happening? Lindell, peace, what's happening? What's the word? You know, white people be having their nerves, man. They always trying to just kind of jump into some black situations, man. They always be trying to tell us how we should be feeling or how we should be reacting. You know, that's that underlying, you know what I'm saying? Like they feeling superior, man. That's that underlying tone there, man. I ain't got time for that. You know, that's dead, man. I ain't got time for that, man. That's those closet racists that we be talking about, man. Airview, peace, what's happening? What's the word? Devin, peace, what's happening? Goddess Isis, peace, what's the word? Closet racists, man. Them covert racists, man. They always come out the woodworks with some stuff start getting real in the field. TJ, what's happening? When some stuff start getting real in the field, man, these closet racists, they come on out. You know, that's why I don't trust a lot of them, man, because those true colors get revealed when certain situations come to the surface and they start saying a bunch of silly nonsense. Gotta watch these white folks, man. You gotta watch them, man. The ones that don't say anything, or the ones that's Black Lives Matter is the one that's out here at the rallies and the protests. You gotta watch them, fam. You gotta watch them. See what's happening. You gotta watch them closely. Gotta watch them closely, man. I saw something, man. It's crazy. I saw something that triggered me, and that's the reason why I'm on here right now. Chris, what's happening? You know, I was tapping into the whole Kyrie Irving situation, man. If y'all ain't familiar with what he on, I don't have time to really elaborate on it, but I was tapping into that, you know. So I was reading an article that was dedicated to this whole Kyrie Irving situation. You know, when he went off on the media guy for saying he was promoting Alex Jones and anti-Semitism and all that type of stuff. So I was reading an article. So I go to the comments of the article. First comment I see is this white lady talking about, I don't know what she posted. I don't know if it was a book she posted or some article she posted. It was either a book or an article. I think it was an article. But this white lady in the comments posted an article talking about, it had something to do with black people selling other black people into slavery. And this white lady had the nerve to say, well, what do you have to say about the black, same little garbage argument that a lot of people come up with. But she was like, what do you have to say about the black people or the Africans that were selling other black people into slavery? You hate them too? Question mark, question mark, question mark. And then she was just like, it's something that everybody did back in the day. Does it make it right? No, but it's something that everybody was doing. Everybody was selling slaves. Everybody was buying slaves. That's literally what she had to say about slavery. And a lot of them feel that way. A lot of these white folks feel that way. That's always funny to me, man. When we start talking about slavery, when black people start talking about what we went through, what our ancestors went through via slavery, they want to bring that up. But then when people talk about the Holocaust and things like that, nobody says that. Nobody talks about that. Nobody talks to them like that. You know what I'm saying? It's only black people. Oh, well, everybody was doing it. Everybody was selling slaves. Everybody was buying slaves. Slavery was a trend, like it was a trend. Oh, slavery was a trend back then. But you know what else everybody was doing back in it? Like, listen, the Holocaust. It was a bunch of people doing that too. Bunch of people doing that. A bunch of nations were out here killing folk because of different religious ideologies and things like that. So we might as well go ahead and do that then. You know what I'm saying? We might as well go ahead and live like that. But that's what she had the nerve to say. She had the nerve to say, well, hey, everybody was buying and selling slaves. Everybody was doing it. Trying to justify it. Man, it took everything. I almost tried to comment. I almost tried to leave a comment on this article, man. But I just like, all right, you know what? Let me go ahead and tap in with my folks and let me get some things off my chest. But I'm getting very tired of white people speaking on these type of situations, man. Again, when it comes to the Holocaust, when it comes to any other type of genocide that doesn't involve people, the original people, because we not colored. I'm not about to call us colored people because we not that. You know what I'm saying? That's them. They the ones that turn colors. You know, we not colored. Forget all that nonsense. But when it comes to any type of genocide that doesn't involve the original people, then everybody, oh, they have sympathy. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe this happened to you all. Can't believe it. Can't believe this happened to you all. We should never forget this history. We should never talk bad about them. We should never do this, that, and the third. But then when it comes to us, then it's like we need to accept it. We need to stop living in the past, all this nonsense. You know, and then another thing I found interesting. This is another thing I found interesting. This white chick that made that comment talking about all black people selling black people into slavery. Everybody was doing it. You know what I find funny about that? You know, because white people have a good job of, and let me say this, but the original people of the planet Earth, we have the most revised, no, I don't even say revised. We have the most corrupted history. You know, we have the most corrupted history. You know, we have other people controlling our story. And there are not many other groups of people that can say that. We have other people that don't have our best interests at heart controlling our narrative. So we have like the most corrupted history. We have people that have had to dedicate their entire lives. We've had black people that have had to dedicate their entire lives to informing the public that Africa, the original inhabitants of Africa, look like us. This is something that we shouldn't even have to have people do that. Like, this should be common knowledge. But since they have corrupted all of our history, since they have corrupted our story, we have had to have great scholars, great ancestors come before us and dedicate their entire lives to showing and proving that the original inhabitants of Africa, of humanity, look like me, look like you, or original people of the planet Earth. This is common knowledge. This should be common knowledge. We shouldn't have had to do that. Our ancestors already let you know that. But we had to go tap back into this information. We had to go tap back into the source. We had to go tap back into the birthplace of humanity to show and prove these facts. Because they corrupted, they destroyed, corrupted our history, rewrote the history. But back to that point, when she was like, oh, black people were selling black people into slavery, attaching what they call colors to it. And I found that funny because, again, I'm going to go to a flick. I'm not religious, but we're going to go to a flick here. Passion of Christ. Passion of Christ. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to throw all my religious perspectives out the window. Passion of Christ. Y'all remember when that movie dropped? What shade was everybody in that film? The Passion of Christ. What shade was everybody in that film? Everybody in that film. Most of the people in that film were white, very light complexion. If you only have an elementary, listen, if you have a rudimentary sense of like knowledge and information, you know good and well that that's some nonsense, even on the elementary level. You could have been studying this type of stuff for 30 days, and the first thing you're going to come across that if these people existed, if there was a Christ, if there was a Jesus that existed, based on the Bible, based on the location that they say he existed in, he couldn't have been white. And then the people in the town couldn't have been white. The people in the city couldn't have been white. This is common now. You will find this out in 30 days of studying. 30 days of studying, you will find out that is very inaccurate. But when they go make the movie, everybody in the movie is white. But we can't be like, oh, that's anti-black, anti-Semitism. But the moment we say anything about a Jew, the moment we say anything about a white person, we racist, we spewing hatred, we anti-Semitic, things like that. But they can go make movies about Egypt. They can go make movies about Passion of Christ, where that is a very inaccurate depiction of these folks being white. But they can go make movies based off of Africa, based off of Egypt, based off of the Passion of Christ, and everybody in the movie is white. But then when I point that up, they go, this is what they tell me. Oh, color doesn't matter. Color doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. When I start telling them, nah, hey, if this Jesus existed, he definitely was original. He definitely looked like me. Most definitely. And this is a fact. You can go to your Bible and it shows and proves that. You know what I'm saying? You read Revelation, it tells you what he looked like and things along those lines. This image doesn't reflect that. But the moment you point it out to them, they go tell you, hey, oh, color doesn't matter. But then in the Kyrie Irving situation, now you want to bring it back into the mix. Now all of a sudden it matters. Now it matters that black people were selling other black people into slavery. But when I tell you, hey, y'all made a movie based off of ancient Egypt, or y'all made a movie based off of Jesus and he's white, that's incorrect. Then you want to tell me color doesn't matter. But when Kyrie Irving out here posting whatever it is he posted, now you want to tell me, when he posted something about slavery, now you want to tell him, well, black people were selling other black people into slavery. So does color matter or not, white people? Y'all sound confused. Y'all sound confused. You telling me color doesn't matter when I tell you, hey, this is an inaccurate depiction of this person if he existed, based on the geography of the Bible. It's incorrect to say this person would be white and all the people in this film are white. That's incorrect. Color doesn't matter. But then Kyrie Irving talking about slavery, talking about this, that, and the third, and now y'all want to say black people will sell other black people into slavery. Now color matters to you. Now I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for that at all. Get sick and tired of white people need to be quiet. All of the way that the way we have been depicted, listen, the whole anti-Semitism, for one, we are the Semites, so we can't be anti-us. Like, that don't even make any sense. You know what I'm saying? We gonna be anti-us. Like, that makes zero sense. You know what I mean? But it's like all of these films in Hollywood that have inaccurately depicted black people. All of these shows that have inaccurately depicted black people. All of these, you know what I'm saying? All these films with these racial undertones and things like that. That's all fine and dandy. But when we say one thing about y'all, we got to get banned from all platforms now. Man, miss me with that. We know what the agenda is. We know what it is. Jasmine, peace. What's that? Peace to everybody tapping back in, man. Peace to everybody tapping in. Montel, and it ain't even, you know what I'm saying? And that's the crazy part about it. That's what's crazy. The fact that we got to label them black Jews. Because like the original Jews were black. You know what I'm saying? So it's even crazy that we got to do that. The only time that I'm going to add something in front of Jew is white Jew. Because the original Jews, we all know, black. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't even have to say black Jews because the original Jews, black people. Black people. Dale, my brother, peace. Appreciate that donation for sure. Queen Lady, peace. What's happening? Like that, and that's just a fact. That's just a fact, man. And you know, y'all know how they did our story, though. Like I said, what other group of people got as much of a corrupted history as we do? You know, our ancestors worked hard to build libraries that was destroyed by them. It's a reason why they destroyed the libraries. It's a reason why. See, this is why I'm always posting books. This is why I'm always pushing information. It's a reason why the libraries were destroyed. You know what I mean? It's a reason why the Library of Alexandria was destroyed. It's a reason why they go after the books. It's a reason why they go after the information. It's a reason why. You know, because they trying to control the narrative. So we're going to destroy their libraries and we're going to rewrite their story. And that's what they did to us. That's why we so confused. That's why we lost. And that's why people feel like we need to be saved. Because they have rewritten our story. That's just what they have done. They have rewritten the story, man. They have rewritten it. And I mentioned that in the song, tried to take our history and tried to rewrite us. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what they have done. That's why we so confused. That's why we so at odds. That's why we don't believe, like that's why you got black people with all the white images of Jesus and all that in the crib. That's why all of that stuff is happening. We lost. I shouldn't have to explain, like I shouldn't have to have a conversation with another black person and say, hey, you know, the ancient Egyptians were black. But you would be surprised. We got to have these conversations. I shouldn't have to do that. That's how badly destroyed our story is. If you talk to a person that don't know any better, that hasn't really studied anything, they gonna think They gonna think the ancient Egyptians, they gonna think the original Egyptian is an Arab. That's what they gonna think. Man, that is far from true. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta have these conversations. Like, we gotta have these conversations, and it's very unnecessary for us to have these conversations. Man, some of the conversation that we be having is like, it's ridiculous. Some of the stuff that we be even debating. You know what I'm saying? You got groups of people that don't want to rock with the Africans. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we go do DNA tests, which I plan to do one very soon, we gonna all be connected back to the motherland. We gonna all be connected to it. We gonna all be connected back to it. But they, again, divide and conquer, man. Divide and conquer. Divide and conquer, man. Divide and conquer. They got us at war with that. They got us at war with our African brothers and sisters, man. For real. For real. They got us at war. They teaching the Africans, because again, those Africans over there are just as colonized. You know what I'm saying? So they out here, and I know this to be true because I done talked to some of these Africans, like before they come here. Before some of these Africans come here, and how they sit them down, show them films of black people in America. And they try to fill their heads with nonsense in regards to how we are over here before they come over here. This is what they are doing. They don't want us to be connected to our brothers and sisters over there, because if we was connected to our brothers and sisters over there, we can do some damage, man. That could be our home base. So they want us to be disconnected with our African brothers and sisters. And they doing a great job of that. Man, I know I got good relationships with some of my African brothers. Man, I trained some African brothers, man. Trying to tell y'all all the stuff that they got y'all believing about the African brothers is not true. And vice versa for the African brothers that's watching. Some of the stuff that they got y'all believing about the original people here in the wilderness of North America is not right and exact. Best believe it. Best believe it, man. We gotta stop playing. We gotta understand what the mission is. We gotta understand, if we connect with them, man, they done for, fam. They are done for. They don't want that. They done for. Listen, and some of our African brothers, man, they don't be playing over there. They don't tolerate none of this feminine nonsense. They don't tolerate none of this softness from some of these dudes. They don't tolerate none of that. So we connect back to that source, man, it's gonna go down. Like, come on. For real, man. Y'all let them sell y'all anything and be buying it, man. I'm not about to have, this is how crazy it is. I know some people right now, black people in America, that have problems with Africans and ain't had one relationship with one African. They done just heard some things. Like, listen, I'm not going to have a problem with somebody that I ain't chopped it up with. Of course, that don't mean that I'm going to get along with every African person that I ever come across. Just like I don't get along with every African American. Every black person in America, I don't get along with them. So again, when people start saying dumb things like, yeah, them Africans don't like us. Man, we don't like us. We don't like each other over here, fam. That's a part of the agenda, fam. We not unified here, fam. So when you start saying things like the Africans don't like us, bro, we don't like each other right where we are at. Matter of fact, within your own family, we got disputes. We got people that don't like each other. Within your own family, fam. Within your own family. Within your own family, we can't even get along. We can't even build generational wealth on a family level. And y'all sitting here telling me Africans don't like us. Man, listen, your moms might not even like you. Your sister might not, you might not like your cousin, fam. But you telling me what Africans don't like. That don't even make any sense, man. We can't even get along with our own fam, and you finna tell me Africans don't like us as a whole, as if you know. Man, that's some BS, man. And that's another part of their agenda. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, y'all need to quit buying some of that nonsense, man. It's all part of the agenda. Stop buying into it. Stop buying into it, man. Stop buying into it. We gotta stop buying into it, man. We gotta stop letting them control the narrative, man. I'm sick, man. For real, man. I be getting sick of them, man, when they start talking. I ain't even gonna lie, man. For real, when white people start talking about certain subjects, man, I get sick of them. For real. Some things they need to just shut up, man. Like, mind your business. But again, they nosy. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do. But nah, we gotta check them, man. Like hey, don't talk about that. This ain't your place. Get out hey, stay in your place, stay in your lane, go deal with your people. You don't know anything about this experience. Leave it alone. Stop trying to tell us how we need to be reacting and responding. You ain't never went through what we went through. You will never be able to go through what we going through. So chill out with all that. And I can't stand when white folks start bringing up things like, we got white people living in poverty, things like that. Man, get out of here. I don't care nothing about none of that. Listen, I'm going to keep it real with y'all. A poor white person is a poor white person by choice. Listen, some of us like we gotta fight through circumstances and environments that were created for us to be impoverished. So we going against a whole system that was designed and structured for us to be at the bottom. Literally. When you a trailer trash white person, all you gotta do is clean yourself up. That's all you gotta do. Go clean yourself up. You gonna get the job before a well-qualified black person, I guarantee you that. All you gotta do is clean yourself up. If you trailer trash white, all you gotta do is clean yourself up, and you gonna get a job. You gonna get a decent job before I get it. If we go for the same interview, you gonna get that job before I get it. That's 100% right and exact. Guarantee it. All you gotta do is clean yourself up. That's it. All you gotta do, white man. All you gotta do, clean your. Matter of fact, some of these white dudes be like that, and they got family. They family members own businesses, own half the city, and they just choosing to be rebellious because they don't work. They don't want to work for the family business. I done seen stuff like that. Y'all got options out here. When you poor and white, you got way more options than being poor and black. Way more options. Y'all got to stop playing with me. You got way more options. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to hear none of that. I don't want to hear any of that, man. When it comes down to it, you have a better chance of getting out of your situation. We got to work 1,000,000 times harder than y'all to get up out of poverty. Literally. This shouldn't even be a debate. This shouldn't even be an argument, a discussion, none of that. We got to work 1,000,000 times harder to get out of poverty than you do. Easily. You know what I'm saying? Easily. It ain't even a question, man. Easily. We got to work 1,000,000 times harder. 1,000,000 times harder. Jason, peace, what's happening? Outcast for sure. Drug habit, strung out. Better future, peace, what's happening? And y'all know Malcolm. Y'all know that blood be running through my veins, man. Shout out to Malcolm, man. Detroit Red, you know. For real, we got to start putting these white folks in their places, man. Letting them know, hey, this ain't your turn to speak. Don't speak on this. Don't do it. We got to start G-checking them, man. We be ready to check each other, man. Check these white folks the same way you would check your brother, the same way. Matter of fact, check these white folks the same way you would check these black women. You know what I'm saying? And vice versa. To the sisters, man, check these white folks the same way y'all want to check these black men, man. Check these white folks. Because matter of fact, they responsible for all that, man. Unseen hand. Who controls these social media platforms? Who control these algorithms? Y'all don't even know what the algorithms on. Who control the algorithms? Who controlling what you see? Who controlling what's recommended to you? It ain't a black man. It ain't a black woman. We not controlling what you see. We not controlling these algorithms. We not creating the algorithms on these platforms, man. So again, we seeing what they want us to see. And we got to work hard to go find the content that we actually want to go see. We got to go to it instead of it coming to us. The stuff that comes to us is a lot of BS, a lot of nonsense half the time. We got to go find the content that we want. We got to go find it. Got to search for it. Oh man, I want to Eric Bell. Like, let me go type him in so I can make sure I get his update, so I can make sure I'm able to tap in when he on. Let me type him in. Because YouTube ain't going to let me know. They don't want me to see that depending on the subject matter of his video. I got to type him in. I got to make sure I search for him every day to make sure he ain't going live or something like that. That's what they be on. Because they control these algorithms. So again, that's what we need to be G-checking out here. That's who we need to be G-checking. You know, we like to come for each other like, oh man, we like to go in on each other. Go in on these white folks the same way. Go in on these white folks the same way, man. They ain't innocent. They ain't innocent. And they be coming out the woodworks, man. Y'all better go tap into these comments, man. When y'all start seeing some of these players say what they say, some of these entertainers and athletes and all that, when they start speaking a little bit of truth, go read the comments. Them white folks start revealing their true colors. Just go read the comments. Go read the comments, fam. Go read the comments. Y'all be acting like racism, all this type of stuff then got me. Nah, go read the comments, bro. Go read the comments. They be all in the comments talking dirt, talking bad about black people, man. Ain't nothing new under the sun, man. They be out here going hard. Go read the comments. Go read the comments, man. I be seeing it. I'm from St. Louis. You know, it's a lot of killing that goes on. You know, and we got Facebook pages dedicating to giving us the news in regards to when the shooting happens. When you on this Facebook page, when they let us know, when they give us an update, such and such was killed, or it was a shooting, whatever the case may be, all the white people start getting to the comments, racist comments, crazy, man, crazy the type of stuff they be saying. All these thugs, they literally be in there like these thugs and all this type of stuff. These thugs don't care about it. Like they get into the comments and they be on that type of vibe. Nothing new under the sun, man. Nothing new under the sun. Lindell, all that is, man, they capitalizing. Listen, they capitalizing off of that. Brian saying no way, man. It depends on where you at St. Louis. Nowhere, nah, it's a lot of unsafe areas, just like anywhere, but nah. St. Louis is definitely not what it once was, and it still wasn't even safe back then, man. But we always crack those lists in regards to murder capitals and things like that, man. So you really gotta watch where you move. You gotta watch where you at when you in St. Louis, man. You gotta watch where you move, man. It's a lot of places where I don't even care to go anymore, man, because I don't even, you know what I'm saying, ain't no telling what I'm gonna drive into, man. You know, back when you was a young and you ain't care about none of that. But now, man, as an adult, it's like, man, I'm not even gonna drive on that side of town if I don't have to, because I don't want to, man. It's some nonsense that I might have to deal with, and if it comes to me, I'm gonna have to deal with it. I don't even want to go that route, you know. But Lindell, man, they capitalizing off the movies, man. They capitalize off our consciousness. You know what I'm saying? So if they can make some money off of it, why not? You know what I mean? Like, why not? Like, if they can make some money off of it, why not? Why not? Let us make some movie off of the consciousness, man. You know, a lot of times, man, even back when like the Mike Brown stuff was happening, you know, when all of that type of stuff was going down, man, they was out here selling shirts. You would be buying shirts online. These white people that made the shirts, man, they will capitalize off of that. They know it's money to be made and coming out with some Black Panther type stuff. You know what I'm saying? They know how. Listen, they know what they doing. They know what they. Man, matter of fact. Y'all gotta just, man, matter of fact, some of the stuff be so calculated and they be using these entertainers as puppets. So they can use these entertainers to stir up controversy. And all that's gonna do is get the consciousness of the black people up. It's gonna elevate that consciousness. And then they start coming out with all these movies. Yeah, we gonna use an entertainer, boom. He gonna come out with a controversial remark, then all the black people gonna get riled up. You know what I'm saying? That consciousness is gonna get elevated. Let's drop all these black movies. Timing is everything. Then they gonna go out and see these black movies. That's how they do it. That's how they do it. Peace to everybody that's tapped in. That's how they do it. We gonna, hey, let's get them riled up, and then let's drop all these movies. They gonna go support these movies. They ain't gonna care about who made it. They just gonna support these movies. But let's get them riled up first, though. Let's get all these black people riled up. Let's get them emotional. You know what I'm saying? And let's drop a black movie. Let's drop a black film. Let's do it. Alex Ross, the Emmett Till movie, man, listen. I'm personally not gonna go see it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm tired of them, actually. I'm tired of them getting all my money. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I'm actually trying to get into writing, in regard like screenplays and like just fictional novels and things like that. Because I'm tired of them. Like, I'm tired of them benefiting off of our story. You know what I'm saying? I'm just tired of it. You know, I know the Emmett Till story. I don't even want to go watch the movie. I know what happened. That white lady that lied. You know what I'm saying? Like that. We just know the story. So I'm not going to go. I'm not seeing it, man. I don't want to relive that. And I don't feel like they should make money off of that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to relive that situation, man. I just personally don't. I got several books on the situation, read them, know exactly what happened. That white lady straight devil, and she tried to clear her conscience before she died. And that's trash, man. Some BS, man. Emmett Till did not have to go out like that, but unfortunately he did. And that's just one of the stories that we know about that was publicized. Plenty of other Emmett Tills existed back in the day that went undocumented. You know, that's unfortunately that's our story. We got thousands, millions of Emmett Tills that went undocumented, fed to the gators, you know, just assassinated, killed, murdered, all of that type of stuff that went undocumented. Emmett Till's story is just the one that got documented. Aaron, hey, the Moringa is definitely peace. Yeah, I definitely recommend it. You know, but forget all that, man. Like, forget all that. DC Peace, what's happening? Brian, trust me, as a St. Louis resident, I am approaching 32. I've been in St. Louis all my life. Trust me. There are a lot of places in St. Louis that you do not want to go. I lived in a neighborhood my entire life. I grew up in this neighborhood and got my car broken into 3 times, fam, because I had some stuff that people did not have. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, this is not the, and it's just certain areas you do not want to be. Certain areas, it's a lot of areas in St. Louis you do not want to be, man. It's not going, you're not going to like it. You can think it's sweet, but it's definitely not. And this ain't even to brag, bro. It just shows you how lost a lot of us are. Now, of course, when that Mike Brown stuff happened, man, you know what I'm saying? The consciousness was up for a minute. And it was even still some wickedness going on even around that time. You know, before a minute, it was like boom. But, you know, they, of course, inserted a lot of their infiltrators in that. We ain't even going to get into that. But y'all know how that go, though. Y'all know how that go, man. But man, I wish I had a little more time to build, man. I got a client that's about to walk in here, man. So I gotta tap out, man. I wish I had more time to vent, but unfortunately I don't, man. I gotta finish off this gym session for the evening, man. But I appreciate y'all tapping in with the kid. I'm gonna try to tap back in with y'all tomorrow, man. Y'all already know it's November. You know what I'm saying? That's a good month. That's my born day month. It is what it is, man. So I'm gonna try to tap back in with y'all tomorrow. If not, most definitely on Wednesday, man. But I appreciate y'all, appreciate donations, appreciate the love, the comments, all of that, man. I'm going to let y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Monday, though. I'm out. Peace.